During World War I, young women in New Jersey were hired to paint watch dials with radium-based luminous paint. Their supervisors told them the radium was safe. They were instructed to point their paintbrushes with their lips to maintain a fine tip. They did this dozens of times a day. The company's own physicists worked behind LED screens and handled radium with tongs. The women were told to put it in their mouths. Within years, their bones were dissolving. The United States Radium Corporation in Orange, New Jersey, employed hundreds of young women, mostly teenagers and women in their early 20s, to paint the luminous dials of watches and military instruments during and after World War I. The work paid well by the standards of the time. The women were proud of it. They would paint their nails with the radium paint, paint their teeth to make them glow in the dark as a joke, take the luminous paint home on their clothes and skin. They glowed in the dark. They thought it was fun. The radium was entering their bodies with every brushstroke. Radium, once ingested, behaves chemically like calcium. The body deposits it in the bones, where it stays, and irradiates the surrounding tissue from inside, continuously, forever. By the early 1920s, the women were getting sick. Their teeth were falling out. Their jaws were developing painful infections that would not heal. Their bones were fracturing spontaneously, not from falls or accidents, but simply from the weight of ordinary movement. Some developed holes in their jawbones so severe that doctors could feel the bone crumbling under their fingers. The company knew. Internal documents later revealed in court showed that the United States Radium Corporation's own medical consultants had identified radium poisoning as the cause of the women's symptoms by 1924 at the latest. The company suppressed the findings. When the women sought medical opinions, the company directed them to company-approved doctors who told them their symptoms were caused by syphilis. Syphilis, deliberately chosen because it was a sexually transmitted disease that would destroy the women's reputations and make their compensation claims harder to pursue. 5 women, Grace Fryer, Edna Hussman, Catherine Schaub, Quinta McDonald, and Albina Laris, filed a lawsuit against the United States Radium Corporation in 1927. They were so ill by the time the case came to court that some could not raise their hands to take the oath. Some could not walk. Some were in constant pain from bones that were literally dissolving. The company's legal team attempted to delay the case, filing motions and seeking postponements specifically because the women were dying and a dead plaintiff cannot testify. The women's lawyer argued for an emergency hearing before they were too ill to appear in court. The case settled in 1928. Each woman received $10,000, approximately $180,000 in today's money, and a $600 annual pension for life. Given that most of them had very little life left, the pension was largely symbolic. Grace Fryer, who had initiated the lawsuit, died in 1933. Catherine Schaub died in 1933. Quinta McDonald died in 1929. Edna Hussman died in 1939. Albina Laris outlived the others, dying in 1946. Their case established for the first time in American legal history that a corporation had a duty of care to its employees that could not be waived. That knowingly exposing workers to dangerous conditions was not an acceptable business practice regardless of whether the workers had formally consented to the work. It is the direct legal ancestor of every American workplace safety regulation that exists today. The women who painted their teeth with radium paint to make their friends laugh in the dark, they built a legal foundation that protects every worker in America today.